Hello everybody, shalom shalom. This is Shalom from Sicily. I'm recording this video about our Pesach, unusual Pesach we spent in Italy, in Sicily this year. We came from Beersheba. We flew from Tel Aviv. We live in Israel. We came from Tel Aviv to Palermo. There was a direct flight to Palermo, which is on northern side of the Sicily. And then our group was about maybe 300 people by buses. They get us across Italy from north to south to the place near the town, small town, maybe 30,000 people population called Chacca. Right next to it there is a resort, several hotel. One of them that you're going to see now unfolding in my video is called Torre del Barone. Del Barone. It's owned actually by a company from Sardinia. It's an Italian company from Sardinia. It's a wonderful place. This hotel completely kosher because it's 300 people, something like 300 people, all Jewish, Israeli group, Jewish group from Israel. There are some non-Israeli Jews from America, maybe 10 or 12 total. The bulk of it Israeli. So the year is kind of unusual. Now, this is 2025, April. Of course, Jewish year, 5,785, 5785, Nisan. And this year, unusually, Pesach is on Sunday, which means all the halachic logistics, how you exit from Shabbat into the Pesach, from Saturday into Sunday, Shabbat to Pesach. This occurs rarely, on average maybe 10 years, once every 20 years, sometimes more frequently, sometimes less, but it's unusual here. So we took a plane on Thursday evening, so we had to be in the airport on Thursday. So that's why on Wednesday, which was April 9th, we have to kosher our apartment in Beersheba, and gave our chametz, the bag of chametz, 10 pieces that we found, to the shliach, to the messenger, to a friend, who would burn with their own chametz the next day. That will be Friday, because they searched for chametz on Thursday, but because we're traveling on Thursday, we had to search the day before on Wednesday. So on Thursday, we flew to Sicily, arrived in the evening. They bussed us about an hour and a half ride on a bus from north of Sicily, which is a southern island of Italy, from Palermo, city of Palermo, big city, down south. And this is, I'm sitting here recording you the videos. Let's see if I can take a swing of the sea. And a very beautiful, lush resort. Beautiful, typical Italian, o sole mio, as they would say. So on Friday, we got up, we had our breakfast, we have our prayers, we have this. And then, of course, Friday night, it's Shabbat, and it's also all logistic because two groups of people. Israelis celebrate Pesach 7 days, but Americans 8. So Americans will have Sunday and Monday as the first and second day of Pesach, where we had only Sunday. Then Americans will stay for an extra day in the end and leave, and we will leave the day before because we're finishing our Pesach earlier. And it's also interesting that minyanim, the prayers, are happening in different rooms because on the first night, we're all together. On Shabbat, of course, everybody together, and then on Saturday night, we have to transfer the Pesach lights from the existing, from Kodesh to Kodesh, from Holy to Holy, from Shabbat into the Pesach, from Saturday into Sunday, Sunday is Pesach, and then we all celebrate Pesach. But the next day, on Sunday evening, Pesach is finishing for us, Israelis. And a small group of people, they have to continue second day, Monday. Now, Helene and I, we took a cab for 20 shekels from here, about 10 minutes ride. Not 20 shekels, sorry, 20 euros to Shaka. This is a very desolate area, like a suburb. Nothing. There's maybe 4 or 5 hotels. This is one of the best ones. About 6 stories hotel, come from 0 level down. It goes into the mountains, -1, -2, -3. There's a spa, there's a pool, food. I probably gained 20 pounds this trip or something like that. So we went to the town, and in town of Shaka, in Sicily, there's no Jews. In Italy, there are a lot of Jews, but historically, in 1492, as you know, Spain expelled the Jews. Roughly a century later, the Jews also were expelled from Italy. But the northern part of Italy, the culture of northern Italy, Rome, Naples, Milan, Venice, and so forth, very much culturally came about by Arab influence. Arabs came to Italy, and that's why current Italians are a mixture of old Romans and Arabs. So not much. All Romans were tall, Italians pretty much shorter. So it's Arab-dominated mixture of people. But in Sicily, I'm told, Arabs' influence was minimal. Mostly it was Turkish. Turks were in Sicily. And also, so the people, ethnically, a mixture of Romans, Turks, some Arabs, Greeks, much more mixed blood, so to speak. The accent of Sicily is different from the rest of Italy, and Italians can tell that this guy's from Sicily. They look darker, they look different than the rest of Italians. So very fascinating. So anyway, so we went to this town, and we found old synagogues. Jews came to Sicily in about 1,700 years ago, in the year 400, shortly after destruction of the first temple. Well, first temple was even earlier, several centuries, but kind of what I'm told, the wave of the Jews settled in Sicily in the year 400, maybe 350, 420, something like that. And they lived nice, and they was dynamically tolerant community until Turks came eventually, and Jews essentially were eliminated or left, ran away. So, but we saw 3 synagogues, which you'll see now. I recorded the synagogues, now private homes. They're preserved as original constructions, but of course they're renovated inside, and it's a private homes. 3 synagogues. On top of one synagogue, it says, I forget, you'll see the sign like Hebrew synagogue, Jewish synagogue. And it says, the plague says, at the time of expulsion, God loves us while people hate us. It was on top of the synagogue. There's 3 of them, and we also went to the Jewish cemetery, which is no longer a cemetery, just a little garden with a grass growing there, and the rest of the synagogue, there is basically just the houses now built over it. And local Italians, most of them, local Sicilians, don't even know much about it. They know it was Jewish ghetto. It was 10,000 Jews lived there at some time, but it was so long ago, they pretty much, they're not, as I can see, they're not anti-Semitic. They have nothing against the Jews. They just don't know much about it because Jewish influence was not very significant for a long time now in Sicily. In Italy it was. Rome, Venice, Milan, Naples, and so forth, but not in Sicily. So that's what it is. We took a little choo-choo train right here along the beach. It's a paradise. Helene is telling it would be nice to take the whole family here. Now the cost, it costed us about the package, 10 days, 28,000 shekels, which is roughly $8,000, roughly speaking, including everything, including all the food, all the tours, flight, and so forth. Of course, if you would subtract the flight from Tel Aviv to Italy, it's probably $500, I'm guessing, for one person round trip. For 2 it's 1,000. So if you take 8,000, 1,000 travel, that's 7,000 divided by 10 days. So it's roughly $700 a day. Just gives you a feel. So this is $700 a day, but it's very lush. If you stayed not in this hotel, but small B&B, it probably will cost you maybe $70 a day instead of $700 a day. Food is, like I said, it's mostly the Israeli cooks, assisted by local Italians, but it's mostly, the whole hotel was kosher, knowing that's a Jewish group. Everything's prepared, the services, Shachrit, Mincha and Arvit conducted every day. There's several chazanim that came, some from America, mostly from Israel. There's a lectures in Hebrew. There's a spa. I'm going to go to take the spa, and Helene's going to take the spa tomorrow. They have massage. They have a salt pool, steam room, the typical luxuries. So, and the following video from there, hope you will enjoy it. So that's our Pesach 5785, which is April. Today's April 15, 2025, but today's Tuesday. So we are what? We are like 2 days past Sunday, 2 days past Pesach for us. For the Americans, it will be 1 day past Monday, past the second day of Pesach. So hello again to all family and friends. I want to share this little video for you. Any questions? Let me know. If somebody wants to take a trip here, it's a vacations. You cannot believe how beautiful this island. Some people just rent the car and drive around the island. They have a mafia museum. They have other museums. It's very, very, very interesting. Northern part of the Chaka town is mostly where farming is. And we're going to go in a couple of days to the farm. Somebody will take us to a farm to show the small Sicilian roads and a farm. In the south, there's a fisherman's area because obviously there's a lot of fish. There's a mountains, like hills, rapidly coming down to the sea, something that you see normally in pictures. Like when you see the vacation in Italy, in Sicily, pictures absolutely breathtaking. It's a paradise of vacation, and this is what I tried to record and show you. So Chag Sameach, and let me, any questions, just send me the note on this video, and I'll monitor periodically. Hope you enjoyed it, and you enjoyed the views. All right, Chag Sameach, Happy New Year, Kol Tov, a lot of health, good health, Parnasa, family, happiness, good mood, good peace, and all be the best. Chag Sameach. This is a getaway in Sicily for this Pesach. Arrived last night on Thursday. Today is Friday. Look at this beautiful beach. We're on the west coast of Sicily. Landed in Palermo, which is on the east side. Drove about an hour and 20 minutes across Sicily, entire island of Sicily. And came late, like almost 2 o'clock in the morning. Today is Friday morning, in front of Shabbat. After Shabbat Pesach. Here's a breakfast this morning. Of course, no bread, obviously. This is all koshered by Israelis. There's no actual Jews in Sicily. Native people, a lot of Jews in Italy, but not in Sicily. But a lot of tourists coming in. This is a group, huge group. This is a breakfast. Take a look. And you can tell by the size of the group. Mostly Israelis. Maybe some Americans, but mostly Israelis. And that's in this facility is like a 6 stories. If I take a shot down, let's see. How can I take a shot down here? Yeah. This is verandas from the windows of a room, from the rooms, beach. Temperature about 20 degrees C. Not a swimming temperature, a little bit, maybe another month in front of the swimming. Today is, of course, April, 11th, 12th of April, something like that, 11th, I think, Friday. So, and Chag Sameach, Shabbat Shalom from Sicily. And this is our, right outside our hotel. What's the name of our place?
That's a good question. Yeah, look right there.
Oh, Torre del Barone. Here it is, Torre del Barone. This is Torre del Barone, near Sicily, right? Sicily? Near Sicily. And this is a burning chametz. Today is Friday morning. Some people forgot they had chametz with them when they flew from Israel, so they're burning it here. Burning of a chametz in Torre del Barone, Sicily, on Friday, in front of Shabbat, which is in front of Pesach. today. Just look at these mountains. Before was a view of the sea, and this is the opposite view. The mountains. They had the sea. Sea. Hello, hello. Look at this mountain. And this is when you go down to the beach. You see the beach is in the back? Over there, further out. Let me see if I can zoom. See, some people like to swim, and not too many. It's kind of cold, April. But around here, up in the mountains, there's a swing around. Look at this. Look at this. If I just walk this way. Our hotel is up the steps and over. There's a lush green all around. And there's a view of the beach line, the coastline. Beautiful. The hotel is up there. Now right here, the beach is kind of rough. There's a stone. It's kind of near, where? Naharia also. This type of beach, but it's beautiful. The sunset here, or sunrise, whatever it is. Look at this nature of the hills. Zhenya would love to climb this area. It's good for the climbers.
Where have you been?
Oh, you're here. Where's it going? So today, Monday, April 14, 2025, the year 5785. This is Sicily. We're on vacation for 10 days for Pesach in the resort Torre del Barone, which is on the, I guess, southwestern part of the island. We finished yesterday with the Pesach. Sunday was a Pesach, Shabbat was, and a very unusual year, followed by Sunday was a Pesach, and today Monday. There's several people, 200 people group, perhaps maybe more, maybe 300. There are some Americans, but maybe only like 10 or 20. Bulk of the room, 95% all Israelis. And because of that, today, our first day after Pesach, but Americans still in a hotel doing the second day of Pesach. So they still in Pesach mode, but we Israelis are all in Kol HaMoed mode. So we're going today with Helene to tour. We'll take a taxi, 20 euros, into the town called Scaccia, S-C-I-A-C-C-A, Scaccia, I guess it goes, in the area of Porta Palermo. And the Danis, who works in a hotel, he lives actually in Scaccia, 10 minutes ride, 20 shekels by the taxi, to see the synagogue. I mean, there's no Jews in Salerno, not that anybody knows, but there's old synagogue, and the history of the Sicily, and particularly Scaccia, is very interesting. There were Jews there before, but apparently what they told us, Italy was very much influenced, as everybody knows, by Arabs that came in and merged with their population, became modern Italians. But in Sicily, apparently it was some Arabs, but mostly was Turks. And Turks, apparently, as I understand it correctly or not, were not as tolerant to the Jews, and Jews left. Where the rest of Italy, they did not. They coexisted with them reasonably well. So that's our today's overcast day. Temperature maybe 20 degrees, a little chilly. You cannot swim, but the weather and beautiful. And the previous, you can see previous video I did. It shows this is beautiful mountains. I'm looking there north, come east toward Jerusalem will be that way, of course. And here's me. Helene is coming to join me in a minute. We're waiting for the taxi driver and head to the city, 20 minutes away from here. Small city, real Italy, not Palermo, not the big. They say, well, you go Palermo, it's interesting, but it's no different. New York, Paris, London, Tokyo. Big city is a big city everywhere. But this is typical Italian, small Italian, real Italy. So we look forward, anxious to see that.
Look how pretty these houses are. The houses are so pretty.
Yeah, I'm doing a little video of that. Wonderful. This is real Italy, right?
Yes.
Not touristy, real.
Nice.
Really, yeah.
Palermo tourists.
Yeah.
Yeah, people today, some people went to Palermo, but I think Palermo it's like New York, Paris, London, Tokyo, all big cities the same.
Big city. A lot of people, a lot of tourists,
Yeah.
a lot of
But this is more well normal,
This is
regular Italians live.
Life.
quiet
This is life. Life in Italy.
life in it, yes.
And the houses are beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Not so big, but
Very nice.
they're cute.
Yes, they're cute.
How much a house like this cost approximately?
Oh, I don't know because I didn't buy it, so I don't know.
But roughly a million euro.
About no, a million, too much. I think 300, 400
Euro.
Yeah,
Okay.
1,000 of euro like this, you know.
Approximately. Okay.
Your summer getaway. You know? Is the water and the electricity, is it expensive?
No, not so
No,
much.
not so much.
So we're here with Denise.
Hello.
Denise, he lives in this is Shaka. We're in the center of Shaka. It's called this region Porto Palermo, and a porto means a door. So this door used to be a big door that closes like an old city. Right there is old city.
We are outside the city, I call it.
We're outside the city, and it's like an old city. Now it grew like here. So we're gonna take a tour. We'll go to a couple of Jewish places. We'll try to find the synagogue, or used to be synagogue, and the cemetery and things like that.
Yes, exactly.
And Danis will show us around. So more to follow.
Yeah.
Say hi, Helene. Ciao.
I'm ready
Ba-
to buy a house here, by the way.
Ciao, bambina. Old map of Shaka, okay.
So as you can see, this is the city now, but in the late 1400s, we used to have all these
Can you
walls.
listening?
Yes.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
We used to
They'll
have,
tell you all the time.
we used to have all these walls and 5 doors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, another one here, and 5 here. So this map is not accurate at all. It's very old, and we discover other stuff about doors for the entrance. So we are now here in Porta Palermo, and as you can see, we used to have 5 neighborhoods, and this was the entrance to the Kadda neighborhood. That was the Jewish neighborhood of Shaka.
In Kadda.
Yeah, Kadda. Yes, this one. So the Jewish stayed here in Shaka until the 1548. The 1548. Then the Spanish Inquisition came here and conquered Sicily and threw out all the Jewish people.
Like 1492 after Spanish,
Yes.
right?
Here in Shaka in 1548.
A little bit later.
Yes. In fact, when we will see the second synagogue, we will see the right sentence that say loved by God but hate by people, and we see here the Jewish were thrown out from Shaka. So, and this building here was the first synagogue that you will see in the late 1400s in Shaka.
Ah, for the first synagogue. I'll go back a little bit to see it. Like I said, there was the first synagogue over there, this building here, right outside the gates.
There was here a community of 10,000 Jewish people.
10,000?
Yes, 10,000.
Overall? What?
Yeah, overall.
Oh, yeah, and a number and total people 30,000, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So-
The Jewish were here from the 400 after Christ, we say,
Yeah.
until the 1400. So
And the
for
four-
1,000 years we had the Jewish people.
And the relationship was good.
With Catholics, yes, but we have some documents. They were persecuted because they had a relationship with Christians.
Uh-huh.
So Jewish and Christians can go together for the king. But
Uh-huh.
normally we used to live all together. And as you can see, this part of the town, there were like two castles here. And I think we can see a castle while we're walking as well. And here there was the Catholic part, this was the Jewish part, and then this one was kind of the Muslim part, because we had even the Arabs.
But even Arabs so
Yes.
too, right?
Oh, okay. Grazie. Okay, grazie, grazie.
That's
So this nice gentleman gave it to us a QR code that I can give to you.
What is
There's
this?
all the news about Shaka as well.
oh, okay, good to
Yeah.
have, right?
Yeah. And here, outside the walls, another fun fact about Shaka is that we have 7 type of different thermal waters. And 7 type, yeah. And the hotel where I work used if I'm not wrong, has like 1 type of thermal water from Shaka as well in the spa.
From a Wales.
Yeah, yeah. But the best water is just all in the countryside. You know, you just have to search it. I know where it is, but it's kind of hard to get it there. And this part is the bay of Shaka, because Shaka is a city on the sea, and it used to be one of the biggest city for export of fish and export of flour. You know.
And our hotel we're staying at somewhere here probably, right?
Yeah, it's this way.
Our hotel there?
Yeah, this way.
Uh-huh. But we're on right on the sea.
Yes, but you can see this everywhere from Shaka.
Okay.
Because Shaka is kind of built in a mountain, so it's kind of, you start from the sea and then it's go higher, higher and higher.
Okay, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And in our mountain that we call Monte Gronio, that we can see from here, we have some
Big
caves.
mountain, Monte Gronio.
Yeah, we have some caves that are natural steam from these from an island that we have called Isola Felviandea. There is a volcanic under the sea. A volcano, sorry, under the sea.
Under the sea. Ooh.
No, but it's not Valencia. It's another one. And it used to came to the sea, to the ground 500 years ago. Then the French, the Spanish, and the Italian fought on this island, and then the island decided to come back to the sea, and no one was as a property of this island.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, and that's why we have the coral, as you can see here, and it's the only bio coral that we have, biological coral, because it's already broken, so we just have to fish it. So now we can go walk and see all the the neighborhood, of Jewish people here in Shaka.
Okay.
The neighborhoods here were some very good neighborhoods and some not so good neighborhoods. And
Well,
is it generally like
it's generally a good neighborhood, but every city has the bad part of it, and it's not here. It's not here. It's very, very far.
So this is the entrance to the Jewish ghetto.
Yes, exactly.
We're walking this street. Via Goletta.
Via Goletta, yes. Exactly.
What does it mean, Goletta? Name of the person?
That is a last name.
Okay.
We have a lot of roads with named by after last names. The main road is called Via Licata, and Licata is a typical last name of the Shaka.
Okay. What the word Shaka means?
So Shaka is an Arabic word. It was Al Shaka, and it means yes, between walls.
What?
wolves
Between walls.
Al Shaka. How did you know?
Because he told me.
Yeah.
I cheated.
And Shaka it used to be even a Latin name, Xaka with the X, and it used to mean between walls as well.
But you said that it was more influenced by the Turks here, as comparing to the Italy.
Yes.
but
the
Arab,
Greeks.
but Arabs came too.
Yes.
But mostly
The-
Turks.
The Muslim Turkey. That's, we say Arabs. When we say Arabs, we say
Muslims. Ah, but Arabs were not here?
Arabs, no.
It's
No.
another way to say it because not all Arabs are Muslims.
Yeah.
No, what he's saying that these were Turks, not Arabs.
I know that. I know that.
But,
Interesting.
We say we kind of don't have this.
In your yeah, when you say Arabs, you mean
educated
Muslims.
language, you know,
Yeah.
I did, right. You
Yeah.
know when you said that there were walls around.
Yes.
And it's interesting to me because Turks, they also put a wall around
Yes.
in Jerusalem. They also built wall.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that this was Turkish and they built a wall around it.
So influence was by Turks, not the Arabs as much. Well, Italians call them all Arabs, but they really mean by that Muslims. So Sicily influenced by the Turks, and they were less tolerant to the Jews than Arabs were.
Look at this.
Yeah, this is a building that it's it's very now.
Oh, it's too bad somebody can't fix it. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful building. It needs somebody to
I know.
put its hand on. Oh my God.
And this is from the 1200.
1200s?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so
We have a
beautiful.
lot of historical parts here, but they don't take care of it.
Well, it's also, I'm sure, a lot of money.
We will see.
So that's a building in the middle, tall one is the first synagogue.
Yes, the second synagogue.
The second.
first one was the one we went to.
No, this is the third one.
Oh,
This is the
that's-
second
The one
one.
we saw before with the third one, this is the second.
Yes,
The first one we'll see a little bit later.
And this is was built about the 800 after Christ.
800, okay.
So the writing there,
Cortile Catano.
Stile Gattano, yes. The entrance. I contacted the wife of the
Who lives there?
yeah, but they're not a shaka today.
Oh,
So I was really
That's lovely.
unlucky. Yeah,
Oh, it's okay.
because I entered like a lot of times, and it's now like a normal home, you know, and it would be.
where's it?
weird,
Is the sign there that says?
Yes.
Top, you see on
The-
top?
this is the Italian sentence of Hebraic Jewish synagogue. It's just synagoga ebraica in Italian.
Ah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
I took a video of that. Uh-huh. Synagoga Hebraica.
was- yeah.
Ah, Hebrew, Hebraica,
Yeah,
Jews.
Hebrew, yeah.
This morning I woke up and I went out to see on the mountain.
Synagoga Hebraica, Hebrew synagogue, Jewish synagogue.
I live in the countryside of the city, and every day I have sheep all around me, and
You have goats too?
yes, we have everything. I have chickens,
Oh,
I have cats, dogs.
oh, that's
It's just
wonderful.
like
So it's like a farm.
yeah, but everyone has a farm.
We should go see his farm, honey.
Yeah, I have like 10 chickens,
Goats?
Have a fresh
Yeah.
egg.
Have goats?
You have fresh-
goats, horses.
Well, we should go
Cows.
see. That's a farm we're gonna see.
You know, it's interesting you tell us this. You don't have like if I don't know how your house is or how your parents or whatever, but you don't have a place like if we came to stay with just a bed and breakfast, you know, like just to stay on the farm.
So this sign over here, and if you see it,
Say it in there.
So the only clear word is exalto, and it was written in Italian, loved by God but hated by people, and it's
Loved by God,
exalted
hated by people.
Yeah, and as you can see, there are four numbers: 1, 5, 4, 8. And
Yes.
This is the year that the Jews were
1548.
Yeah, the Jews
Expelled.
Yeah, exactly. They were expelled from China,
Wow.
and they used to live here.
So this is the second synagogue. We saw third, the first. This is the second.
Yes, exactly.
Synagoga Hebraica, synagogue Hebrew, Jewish synagogue.
Any Jews that want to come and do this?
You're actually the first couple who asked me that. Where did you? Yeah.
You, what question did you have, honey? What did you say? Is any Jews want to come and
Said do this, and he said we're the first that.
to tour?
Yeah.
I bet a lot of people would like to. They just don't know. You should advertise for that.
Yeah, I know, but I'm really too much young to do that
Why?
because
When he is-
I'm unexperienced, you know.
Who you show the history like
I
a
know,
professional
but there
guy.
are lots of better people than me.
You're very other than history, but you can see a lot of houses have the very reverent Catholic Christian population, and that's why many houses has this portico, I guess, like of Christ and the saints and so forth. And agriculture is beautiful. That's of course an old area, old town, quite dilapidated. It's still clean, but very old because some buildings 1,000 years ago. See, that's another Christian portico, I guess, outside the home. Vicola Catano. How do you like my Italian? Here, Denise just explaining to us, like I told him that why in America and even in Israel, when I eat a lot of food in the evening, in the morning I wake up, I have like reflux. Yaki, he's here for already several days. I don't feel that. He's because all the food is natural.
Yes.
And you can't say,
All handmade as well.
and what do you say when you teach the women that this is very traditional
The
culture?
first thing that we teach to women is how to cook.
Is how to cook.
Because we care about our grandmothers and we want their legacy to go on. My
amen.
mom can cook well, my father don't.
Amen. That's
I
what
can cook well as well.
That's why I like her. I like her. She's an excellent cook, not me.
Oh yeah. Women's are, especially in Italy and in Sicily as well, in the south, we kind of
We know the difference between men and women.
we know the differences actually.
This is Helene at the store. Look at this, all these little things. We got some of the souvenirs. They're beautiful. It's for sewing.
Okay.
And Dennis is telling us it's very common to sew. Like his grandmother does fix his clothing. There's a hole, he'll fix it.
I only have 100 euros. I don't have to have change.
I didn't bring any money with me.
But maybe he has change?
Ora signor Caio, sono impegnato. Lei aspetta se vuole.
Yeah.
Questo è come
Quindi,
How many?
so which one?
I want, so I take two of those and one of this.
Ok, quindi
It's a good
questi due
present.
e questo qua.
Good present.
Quando ci viene vale?
questi sono 5 euro ciascuno.
So it's 5 euros each, this one. So it's gonna be 15
Poi ci sono questi che sono 3 euro.
if you want to take the offer.
Guarda, Dio, questi costano 3 euro.
So this is 3 euros if you want.
No,
È più piccolo questo.
It's a smaller one.
no, I think this is the one I take.
Oh, okay. As you want, you know. I think that most of the houses that are here now, they weren't here before.
Oh, so it was, so there
So it
was
was
more collected.
Yeah, there was more space.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
And then I can see the building revolution.
So these were Jewish shops.
The building revolution of the 1960, they ruined Sicily. Every part of Sicily was ruined in 1960 because there wasn't
Renovation.
no regulation about new buildings, and they built everywhere.
Uh-huh.
So like this house wasn't here,
It's terrible in Israel, you can't imagine. It's terrible.
I know. And so like the synagogue, because there were 3 synagogues, the closest synagogue was just straight.
Right, so it isn't like you had to.
Yeah.
And now a building in front of it.
It
Yeah.
was just a big place, you know,
I understand.
with all the homes, you know, all around. The synagogue was like on the center, not on the center, but on the center, on the, you know, by
like on
following the line of the houses, it
Uh-huh.
was in the center, you know. So it was like every neighborhood has squares, you know, it was in squares. And typical.
Here, Denise saying this is like a second plaza, second in importance. It's a huge church basilica.
It's the main church, it's Basilica, it's the cathedral.
Maybe we see it from our hotel, no?
Probably.
On a mountain, there's a big basilica.
No, it's not this one.
Different?
The other main basilica is called the San Calogero Basilica.
Yeah, the taxi driver said it.
No, it's not happening.
Okay.
Like the first name?
Last name.
Last name, no. It's Ligata, it's
Popular here.
Now we're going toward the south part of Sicily. Northern part is mostly agricultural, south more fishermen traditionally. So we're going to the fisherman side, and the cemetery is near the beach actually. He said that's where they used to bury, Jewish cemeteries, that's where they used to bury people for some reason at the hills that dropping down towards the sea. This is a bay.
Yep.
Wow, all the
And
boats.
this is a bar, as you can see. That you can take a coffee if you want. And just sit outside, just watch the sea. It's really, really good.
Beautiful, beautiful. To the left.
Ah, there is a pond here. No, that way.
Oh, really? I thought it's this way.
Because you know what, on the mountain over there,
It's on that part, but you look.
Behind this.
No, it's not behind. It's on the sea.
I want to hear.
It's on the sea.
Well-
So it's on that part, because this part of the sea is not that clean
oh yeah.
because of the boats.
So we are east from the hotel.
Yes.
I thought we were west.
No, it's east because we are heading south. No, it's west. Sorry, it's west.
Hotel is
Because
west.
here, when you see the sea, is the south.
This is
And
This is the steps. Oh, this is the steps are going down towards the harbor and toward the cemetery, towards the Jewish cemetery. Of course, not functional now, but it's an old Jewish cemetery. Beautiful steps and the harbor. Beautiful.
for everyone.
Steps. This in front of us, that was an old flour mill. Let me see, I can zoom into it. Molino Pastificio Zakense, whatever. And there was a flour mill, and of course, as you can see, this is down the hills from the steps leading down there to the harbor. And they used to get flour here and mill and ship it from here, but it burned about 20 years ago and didn't restore it. So now we are by the port. You see all these boats?
Is where they build the boats.
They build boats here.
This is brand new boat, just for fishing, by the way.
Uh-huh.
This is a brand new boat, and sometimes they just do like the bottom part of the boat. Because they are too much.
Dan is saying also sometimes when boats come from a sea in a good
Yeah.
weather, people come and buy fish right off the boat.
Yeah, but not today, unfortunately.
Today is the weather a little bit. Usually weather is not like that. Usually it's windy but sunny.
Not sunny, yeah.
So this is a harbor. Look at this. Oh, the boats. I guess that they make boats. They build boats here or repair. So this is
This is the Jewish cemetery. It was here. It was here before. The cemetery was active. There are no signs of it, but we have documents that say that here there was a cemetery. So that is that way. Yeah.
that way. Yes. Yeah. Maybe that's it. Over there.
Yes, this one. It's this one.
That might be-
It's as a form of the stairs.
Yes. Yeah.
It's that one. Yeah.
So this is a cemetery. There's no signs left, right?
There are no signs left.
But Denise knows just from documents he has.
This building went
When did the cemetery start? I guess when Jews came, like 1,000 years. 400.
Yeah.
It was a 400. It's like 1,600, 1,700 years ago cemetery.
1,700.
Yes,
1,700.
1,700. Yeah.
So 4 and 4 is 70.
Yeah, that's 1,700 years ago.
Yes,
Yeah, 1,700 years. Wow, this is something.
yeah.
So we see the rock here, okay,
It's full of stairs, you know, and there is
Stairs?
an entrance there.
and the entrance to the cave.
We like to say that we had the first Romeo and Juliet, but with an happy ending. You know?
There was a Romeo and Juliet with happy ending in Sardinia,
Because
in Sicily.
The princess that ran away from his father because she wanted to marry her cousin. Really Italian. She wanted to marry her cousin, and his father said no.
Yeah.
So she ran away on this rock. She screamed around the rock and built those stairs. Called her cousin, and they just ran away on the building, on this rock. Sorry,
And lived here.
and lived there for 2 years. Then his father agreed to make them marry, and they just became the king and the queen of Shaka.
Oh, that's a beautiful, beautiful story. Beautiful story. It's a Romeo and Juliet with a happy ending.
Yeah.
Now we're outside our hotel, Torre del Barone. We take a little ride on the choo-choo train. Ciao, buongiorno. Hi. We're going along the coastal road.
Are you going to offset some?
Very lush. The paradise. Regina. Another hotel. Another hotel, Alagundi, I think it's called. And now we're approaching back to our Torre del Barone. That's where we're staying. Our beautiful hotel. At Mangia, I think the company was based in Sardinia. They own these several properties. see all these cars here. That's probably because some people private is staying here. Okay, so today is Friday, and I'm gonna take a walk. This is our hotel again. You saw the views in other little video clips, and this one I'm gonna take a walk. See this? Wait straight up there, not by the harbor, but a little bit over. There's a road and going like a little village. I also want to go to a little Italian village, like Italian countryside. I'm gonna walk from a hotel to there. I imagine it's maybe like 40 minutes walk. So I'm gonna check it out and take a few clips along the way. So I'm away from my hotel, just stepped out about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm going towards basically east along the coastal line. Here you can see the sea in the distance over there. And I'm going straight through this olive tree grove. Not sure how to get there, but we'll see. Okay, so I came from that direction from a hotel through this little field. Beautiful, just like in the movies, all solo mio. And I have to get there to that village, over there, the village, those houses. I can either go a little bit north and that bridge, or towards the sea, pick up that road downstairs and go that way. I think I'm going north and over the bridge. Let's see what happens. So I'm walking Italian countryside. Now, how do I get to that bridge? Or to get me across that way? I guess just move forward. There's a couple of hotels, here's tennis court, but I'm still in the countryside. And here's the view, El Magnifico. The road gets more country-ish. You can see, wow, the air, mountain air, the grass air, the side, the sea, yo, 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 going forward. See what it gets. It looks like some wires. Maybe that's the direction to the road. And now I'm in a forest. Oh, forest. Oh, forest mio. Mamma mia. Move forward. Move forward. Well, looks like there's no forward to go. Do I get lost here? Oi, oi, oi. Well, here's the road. Tropinka. Okay, so I basically walked away from this. This is like all the area of the hotels, and it's a limited entrance, like maybe 5 hotels, including ours. And then this road goes now basically to a normal country. So I'm going to follow this road, and I think Shaka, that we were a couple of days ago, is on my left. That's the suburbs of it. And to the right is what I saw from the veranda. So I'm going to go there and going to turn right, see what happens. Okay, so I'm approaching the T. I came from that area, from all the resorts. I'm coming to normal Italy. So this is to the left will be to Sciacca, Palermo, Trapani, Agrigento, and Castle. That up on the hill is a monastery. But I'm going to turn right to see if I can catch that little countryside road. See what happens. I guess that's just a typical Italian small countryside. Even the dogs are barking. So here's Italian countryside. Building being built. It's a nice 2-story villa. Move forward. This is more typical Italian villas. It's nice 2-story villa. Well, in Israel you see villas similar. Some fancy villa. In Israel, a villa like that will be probably 5 million shekels, maybe 4 million shekels. $1.5 million. It's a street called Marco Polo. Next to the villa, beautiful olive garden. So that's your Italian countryside. So I'm on the T. I came from that direction, and here's the T of the road, left and the right. Right looks going toward the sea. So let me try to follow this road. So I'm going, be careful, Seria di Corvi. This is district of Agrigento. So again, another curve in the road. Look at that, that's probably with the high boots. Easy to go through this countryside. See this way, I'm following this curved road. I guess it is experiencing Italian countryside. Here's the countryside. That's sure not the big city. Small road. Oh, here's a bridge. Let's see if we can get to the bridge and go across to that village I've been looking. Well, check it out. More of the countryside. I came from this curved road. And the road keeps going down there. And where? We're gonna find out. But it's certainly a typical countryside. We're in an Italian country. And here this bridge, I'm close to it. That's a bridge we see from our hotel. Our hotel is in other words, there's a valley here. And on that hill behind there is our hotels. The Barone. And here is like a major highway crossover, and I hope there's a small road that wants to cross me over and then toward the sea, and then by the sea I'm hoping to get back around this valley. So check out this view. So I've been about half an hour, so I'm 3:30 now. That's a bridge. I just went under this bridge, main bridge connecting, and look at this view. What magnificence is the fields. Maybe it's the wheat fields. In Italy there's a lot of wheat. That's why they eat a lot of bread and pasta and pizza. And the scenery very much reminds of the Israeli scenery, except in Israel it's mostly desert rocks. Israel is all green. We've done in Israel turn it into a garden pretty much, but still not completed. So we still have work to do to make it look just like that. Like these gates of the road. Let's see, I'm getting to this now local bridge. It goes the same area. Now I know where the small crossover bridge is. But these gates probably leads to see a little farm or something way down there. Actually, it somewhere reminds me of Tzafat, northern Israel area, a little bit. So that's another little Italian farm. And that's probably bigger farms. Check it out. And here I'm coming to the bridge. I guess Italian road SP 76. 76. I'm in the region di Agrigento, Liberto Consorzio Comunale Agrigento. And here's a bridge. So we come to the bridge and we'll take a view from the bridge toward the sea. So behind the bridge, I'm probably 2 miles from the hotel behind those hills over there. But here's a bridge, here's a car coming over across the bridge. It looks like an old bridge. See, that's a little valley. Little barns there, maybe an old farm. That's exactly what I was looking for, what Helene and I were looking for, to see this really Italian country. This is not the Paris, Palermo, New York, London. This is real Italian, Sicilian country. So you can see I made like, here's a monastery up there, and that's a valley was on the other side. Look, a beautiful mountain hilltops. Country road. I'm hoping this road now across the same bridge. I came from that side of the bridge, came over, and hope I come under it and towards the sea, and then along the sea line towards our hotel. Hope so. So here, this road I came from the left. It's turning right under this big bridge and then going straight. I think that's the road I need to do. Let's try it. And here's, I think, that road that I see, this dirt road coming. I see it from our hotel. Oh boy, dog is barking. Watch out, watch out. Verdura. Verdura. Watch out, Verdura. So the dogs were barking. It was a little farm, see, a little house, surrounded by olive trees again. It's a little city, or maybe village, Rallentare, up the hill. Let's see, go through it. Well, that hill was a little tough to come up, but you can see well, local farmhouses, the farm country on the hills, and I'm in the middle of it. It's another hill, another farmhouse. It's not a little Italy, it's a real Italy, big Italy, Sicily. Another dog. Everywhere dogs. Be quiet. As I said, be careful, big doggy. But here's a farm and olive trees or whatever. Olive trees on this side. On this side, some maybe it's grapes. Not sure. But this road, you can see further there. And our hotel is on the other side of the valley. I made a full circle around the valley. You can see the monastery as for orientation. Looks like grapevines, maybe. And here's my dilemma. The dogs are barking there. You can see them there. I don't know. I wasn't very brave to go through that. And at the sea, if I get to the sea, along the sea I can get over there at the hill. But the dog is barking, there's no more other people around here. So I'm going back, maybe I'll ask somebody to drive me along this road to the sea. And I walk, I have to go back. Well, that's a challenge. Grazie, signor. Good. What's your name?
David.
David.
David
Lev, yeah. Buongiorno. Yeah, David gave me the ride. Maybe David Hamelech. So what happened? I went all around, and I make a huge circle, maybe walking, what is now, maybe an hour, maybe more than an hour. And all the farms that I just took pictures of, and eventually I was all close to the sea, and then I was gonna cut across the sea line along to our hotel, but the dogs came out, dogs were barking, and then 2 dogs actually ran on the road, and I didn't see any guys around there, so I didn't want to take the chance. So I went and I hitchhiked, and David, this guy, Italian, we spoke Italian. I mean, I spoke English to him, mixing English and Hebrew, and he was talking. I should have asked him, maybe he's Jewish. His name is David. So I'm back now to to enter to my hotel. This is area with all the hotels. So here I'm going.